And speaking of secrets, this is that time of the show where we give an opportunity to someone who doesn't necessarily want to show their face, but does want to reveal a secret. Let's see what they have to say.
Hey at night. So I need some help. I've had a sneaky link with my work colleague for 2 years and it's been amazing, but I think my partner is starting to pick up on it. Should I end it with my sneaky link or end it with my partner? Please help me. I don't know what to do.
Ooh.
Oh, juicy. I love
First
this.
of all, where do you work? Because, I mean, if you
That's
tap
tricky.
in somebody at work, but you're in a relationship and now it's gotten to a point where you really have feelings for the person, your sneaky link, as they put it, but
And then you're gonna continue to have to lie to your partner.
it sounds like because she said, should I leave the other person? Like she's ready to end the relationship and go off with the sneaky link.
Yeah.
I think maybe the answer is C, none of the above. You know? I could tell
Yeah, that's good.
the way that person was asking the question, you know, in my job, so much is not about what people say, it's the way they say it. It's like the nonverbal. It's like that person doesn't sound like they actually want to be in a relationship. This is a person who just is wanting to have some fun, so maybe they shouldn't be in a relationship at all.
With either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they leave their partner for the sneaky link, man, that's also complicated, right? Because have you ever, then in the back of your mind, you're like, well, what if they do that to me, right?
Totally.
And even that idea of the grass not being greener. Once you get your ass over there on that other grass, you're gonna start missing your dusty grass.
And how much of that attraction was just the fact that it was a secret, right? Because
Yeah.
a lot of times, you know, dopamine is the main neurotransmitter of attraction initially, but a lot of times adrenaline, that stress hormone that's associated more with danger and doing something you're not supposed to do, human brains will confuse adrenaline with dopamine. So it's like, oh, I'm really in love with this person. That's just the adrenaline. You just like that person more because it's dangerous and you're not supposed to be doing it. So then it's like you break up with your partner and then you're with this person from work and it's not exciting anymore. And guess what? You're probably not gonna be interested.
Wow.
Bars.
So the forbidden love stuff, like the stuff that's in romantic novels, that type of stuff, we're drawn to that, and it's not really love. It's more about the adrenaline of, ooh, I'm doing something I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, that unrequited love, you know, the dangerous love. Even
That's why they call it a
Romeo and
sneaky link.
Romeo and Juliet. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you
Oh my
can't date
God.
somebody from that family, and then it's a secret. It sort of
Yeah.
It's
drives.
exciting. Yeah.
Because they're chemical cousins, adrenaline and dopamine. They're both uppers, right?
Yeah.
And we sometimes, our subjective experience of that is like, that feels really good. I must be in love. Well, don't confuse lust with love, right? Because lust sometimes has a lot of danger associated with it. But if you're gonna be with that person for the next 5, 10, 50 years, that adrenaline is eventually gonna go away, and then you're stuck with the person that you're with.
And it feels like the sneaky link thing, again, with this generation, like, it's super common. Like, so have y'all experienced
Yeah.
sneaky links? Yeah. Don't lie now, you're on TV. But it's almost like a thing where, especially for guys is like, oh yeah, I got my main situation and then I got my little woo-wop on the side, my little woo-wop on the side. And that, they give you two different things. There's the stability and the comfort of an actual relationship, and there's the excitement of being sneaky.
As long as your partner's okay with that, you know, honestly.
Of course they not okay with that, Doc.
I think eventually.
Nobody likes a little woo-wop.
But those, you can't sustain that for the rest of your life, right? Like,
Shit.
there's not a person who sustains that. Some of these stories of people who have but all of the women who are the mothers to your children, they all know that each other.
Oh yeah, now I'm
exists.
evolved. I go to therapy. I tell the truth.
Yeah.
But that was part of it. And like, you know, I was one of those guys that's like, I had fun kind of balancing so many, and she don't know about her, and she don't know about her. And
So you're feeling the adrenaline. Did it feel exciting?
absolutely. I was a player.
Right.
Like that was the whole thing. That's where like, ooh, I can see how many people I could manipulate at one time. And then you find out when you become a grown-ass man that that's exhausting.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
It's unsustainable. So you changed. And then when you
I'm
change.
changing.
You're changing.
Well, maybe not all of them grow out of it, because my dad was able to do both at the same time and have his little woo-wops.
How long?
Maybe a lot on the side. And I think he got away with it for I think their whole marriage, like 30 years, 35 years. And then he fled to Mexico with an 18-year-old.
Okay, I want to.
Stories.
Can you please?
Wow.
I want to get personal for a second. Forgive me, but it's really only for like our research purposes.
Yeah.
As a daughter of a man like that, how does that make you, or how did it make you feel? How did it affect you growing up? And then your perspective, like your take on your father. I mean, obviously you joke about it, but do you think any less of him because of his lifestyle?
Well, it was really jarring when it first happened because obviously growing up, there's signs and then you just overlook it.
Yeah.
And then when it all came tumbling down one day, we're like, whoa, everything makes sense. But it was also like, yay, they're not together anymore because it wasn't really compatible
Healthy,
anyways. But and yeah, it was a really tricky dynamic to like be okay with.
Yeah.
And then I actually did ketamine therapy.
Oh,
But he
that's what I do all
specializes
day
in-
long with patients.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did like a little microdose with my therapist, and then I just was able to see his inner child, and then I felt,
his wounds and how he feels
Totally.
not good enough, and that's probably why he needed all of these different women.
Yeah.
Well,
and-
that's what I was just asking because as a father with multiple daughters, that keeps me up at night sometimes thinking about like, all right, I have no problem operating right now, but now I have little girls looking up to me. I got to make sure I'm doing all the right things to be the best father I can.
Aw, that's great.
I'm trying.
You're on a good path. 'Cause the last I heard from my father was from one of his mistresses, and then he was like, or she said, "Hey, have you seen John anywhere? Last I heard, he's wanted by the cartel."
Oh shit.
And then my sister said,
Dad's
"Oh,
a
no."
gangster.
I know. And then my sister said, "No, he's fine because we share the same Hulu account and he's been binge watching Handmaid's Tale, so he's okay."
I think
Thank you for sharing.
Well, and I'm going to take back, maybe there is something about and you're in therapy, in ketamine-assisted therapy, so maybe there is something about your wall, I'm sure, that is related to your father. It sounds like
Probably.
you've dealt with that or are dealing with that. It sounds like there's a big difference between your dad and the way that you
Big
parent.
difference, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because
I'm trying.
Yes.
and it's all about the attention. What I know about you, Nick, is you make time to spend with every single one of your children.
Absolutely.
So the fact that your children are going to grow up and say, oh, he's got, I've got 11 siblings and there are other moms and, the most important thing is, does that child of yours feel like they're getting your attention? Do they feel loved? Do they feel like you care about them? And I think the answer to that is yes.
Man, well, you made me feel better tonight, Doc. I appreciate it.